Assalamu alaikum, everyone. In this episode, we're exploring the benefits of taking a break with all its implications. We talk about the importance of breaking a routine, trying new experiences, sticking to a schedule, and lots of other interesting things. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram for the latest updates. Grab a snack and enjoy.
You are now listening to the Ronics podcast.
Hosted by MBS, Maryam, and Hajar.
Weekly episodes are coming up, so stay tuned.
Assalamu alaikum and hello everyone. Welcome back to the Ronics podcast. So today we're joined with our usual host, Hajar and Maryam. How you guys doing?
Hi,
Hello.
I'm doing great.
Why is it awkward every time we start a podcast?
Yeah, this is really weird.
It is really weird. Not gonna lie.
So we're now in the beginning of the new semester and we just finished a break. Just to recap, our break was from
End of February.
up
Mid-March.
until and most of us traveled, a lot of us stayed as well. So we'd like to explore a bit what you guys did during the break.
So it was, I don't know, like at the beginning, I thought I wouldn't do anything. Like I thought like it would be empty, boring. I didn't have plans. To be honest, I never have plans. Like I like to
You
go with the
just
flow.
go with the flow.
Yeah. So we had the paintballing thing. So we went
Oh yeah,
paintballing.
ISIS Egypt
Yes.
apparently organized the biggest paintball event.
It was so nice.
I missed it because I was abroad.
Yeah, I missed it too because
Sad.
I was abroad.
Oh, there you go.
Sad. It was so fun.
Yeah, I wanted to attend so bad, but then the timing didn't, like it clashed.
And like the best thing is it was that like I thought the paintball, like the paints itself, themselves, I don't know. What's grammar?
Yeah, the
What-
paintballs.
Yeah, so like I thought they wouldn't, like they would stain my clothes. So I like wore the worst thing ever.
Come on, did you
Turns
not know that
out
they have
it's
their
oil
own
based.
clothes? But
No, there are no clothes. They don't give clothes, but like the guy said it's oil based.
oh,
But did it actually stay?
Yeah, no. It was.
washing
It didn't say,
machine?
only my white scarf, but that was I wanted the white scarf to get stained.
Why would you wear white?
But like the paint, I wanted it to be different colors, so like it looked cool. It was only yellow, so like the worst color.
but that's weird because usually when you go to paintballs, they have their own suits, and it looks like a military.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
we
uniform.
had vests. So
Yeah.
like people who wore like short sleeves, they gave them like a shirt, the like military shirts. But then like everybody else, we wore like what is it called? The goggles and vests for safety.
Okay, interesting. So in brief, that was one of the best events that ever happened, and it was organized by ISIS Egypt. So props to ISIS Egypt for that. Well, it's crazy when you talked about plans because we usually have this perception when vacation approaches that we need to prepare a checklist, but then we only end up achieving probably 10% of what we wanted to achieve. So
Usually,
that's-
this checklist comes in during the exams.
yeah, there you go.
Literally.
Yeah, but then when the break starts, you forget everything about that. You
Yep.
know? It's only sleep and then go out and.
Yes, that was my goal. Like the
What do you mean
only
that's
the
your
only
goal?
plan I had was to sleep all day and do nothing. I did the opposite.
I understand
Wow.
it's a vacation, but like, why?
I missed my bed. It was crazy during the
Oh
finals.
my god, yes. It was crazy.
It was I would repeat it, but it was
No.
crazy. No, not to that extreme, but like I would definitely do it again. It was a nice memories. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So, what do you plan for vacation exactly?
So like my main goal was to not move from my bed. It was what I dreamed of because of the finals. So
Were
I
you that
missed my bed.
traumatized?
Yes. I now appreciate my bed so much more. I love my pillows so much. I even got a new blanket that lights up in the dark, like you
All
know the
that just
stars
for
on the
vacation?
ceiling.
I mean, usually what I know from people is that when vacation time approaches, they want to go out, travel abroad. I don't know.
I
go for
wanted to do
vacation,
that, but like
actually
my
live
main
a-
goal was to
Actually, live a
sleep.
life, you know, because as uni, we don't get to live a life.
I wanted to sleep. I did not. Like my plan went south. I joined a lot of events. Not a lot of events, but like it was an event. Have you heard of the what? Entrepreneurship thingy.
Oh wait, so you took part? So wait, so
Wait,
she
the
took
entrepreneurship
part.
was in March.
So Maryam took part in activities.
Yes.
Whereby we, the common of humans,
Mm-hmm.
when we plan out stuffs, we end up just sleeping. So she did the opposite.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was so
What a
weird.
nerd.
I know, right?
What a nerd.
I'm not a nerd. I wanted to sleep.
So for my vacation, I actually went to Bali.
Wow. Now she lived the life. Let's go.
I went to Bali and I went to Jakarta, which is also like basically Indonesia. I got to like go around and like I actually went with my dad, just in case anyone says anything about the budget.
Nobody's gonna think it.
But like yeah, I went with my dad. So yeah, it was very fun. I got to like learn a lot about their culture, and it was very interesting, honestly, because considering that Bali is like not like 90% of them are Hindus, and
Okay.
Jakarta is 90% of them are Muslims. So I got to experience like
Both cultures from
yeah,
the same
both
country.
yeah, literally, it was literally a culture
That's
shock.
interesting because we being Malaysia, we usually think that Indonesians and Malaysians have a very, very similar culture,
Yeah.
which actually do not turn out to be the case.
Yeah, that's not the case.
Yeah.
But like they do have the like almost the same language, same words.
I think it's the pronunciation. It's like
It's just like the
Arabic.
pronunciation is different.
I have an Indonesian friend of mine. He once said that. So basically, the Malay language is like it's more formal than the Indonesians. So like it's the same language, but more formal. Whereby the Indonesians they have a more direct style of saying the words. You know.
Yeah,
So there comes the. That's really interesting. Mm-hmm. Hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
Nice.
What about you?
Well, during vacation, I went back to Saudi Arabia, as I usually do. The thing is, I never get to experience anything in Malaysia because as soon as there's a break, I'm called back. So I went back to Saudi Arabia this time. So we live in Jeddah, or we used to live in Jeddah, and now we moved to Riyadh. I would go to Riyadh every single year because of my family over there. But this time it's kind of different because we went to live there. And I honestly, at the beginning, I hated it.
Is
because
there a difference?
difference between Riyadh and Jeddah?
Yeah.
There is a difference.
Like I
Definitely.
know, like between the people. Like I know there is a difference because there, like in Jeddah, you have like sea and stuff.
Yeah. Even the
it's
temperature is
nicer.
different. So like in Jeddah you have humidity and all that. In Riyadh it's cold.
And dry.
Is it
It's
that
very
different?
dry. It's actually different because Riyadh is on mountains and Jeddah is on.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
It's on
know that.
mountain and it's really cold as well. I caught a cold like throughout the whole thing. It was really annoying. I
But
hated
like, does that was that because of you living in Malaysia, and
I think it's because of the climate change. Like
yeah,
the
between
environment
Malaysia
change.
and
No.
like Riyadh because right
Oh,
now
yeah.
it was winter. It's winter, right?
Yeah.
So like when I went to
it's
Egypt,
actually the spring, if we can say it like that.
where
In Saudi Arabia in general.
right now.
Yeah, but the thing is, there is a
That's
big difference in temperature even between Jeddah and Riyadh. Because like in Jeddah, when I was there, the temperature was about 30 something degrees. But in Riyadh, you get 19, 20 something, you know. So there's kind of a difference, and you can feel it. But not only that, but even the city itself, it's like it's weird. Riyadh is weird to me. It's always crowded. You have cars everywhere. If you want to plan out a trip, you have to like add 30 minutes to it because you never know when there's going to be a traffic jam.
You've
Damn.
never lived in a capital, did
It's
you?
horrible if you want to drive in Riyadh. It's horrible. I'm just
That's
saying it out loud.
basically living in capitals.
Not
Not
really.
all the time though.
Not
No,
really, not really.
Like all the capitals I've lived in, so Riyadh, Cairo, and Malaysia.
Okay, I have to agree.
Let me give you an example. So in Abu Dhabi, Abu Dhabi is the capital of the UAE. You don't have traffic jams. You barely see any traffic jam,
Rush hour?
even on rush hours. Like it's not that common. I think it's got to do with the infrastructure of the city in general. Because in Riyadh, when you look at the roads, you don't have those many lanes. Whereby in Abu Dhabi, for example, you do, and
yeah.
in Jeddah as well you do. So that kind of plays a role. But in general, I don't regret moving to Riyadh, and it's not so bad.
Yeah, Riyadh's nice.
Okay.
You have a lot of things to do.
I don't know. I wouldn't know.
Is there more activities?
No, they have like Museum Riyadh.
Oh yeah, I
Nah,
heard
that's
about
over
that.
now. That's over.
I wanna
heard about
go
That's
just
over
because
now.
like of the what are they called? The theater stuff. What's it
Same.
called? Plays. Yeah.
Same.
So
My
they had
English is so
they had
good.
Musim Riyadh, they had Riyadh
It's okay.
season,
It's okay.
and then they had Jeddah season, and both of them are over now. As far as I'm concerned, I think they're gonna restart it again, if I'm not mistaken. But
Does
that's
it like
probably gonna be in
happen
the
every
future.
year or like
I think so.
every...
Because like
few months?
actors from Egypt, they go and like do the plays there.
Damn.
And I want to see them so bad, but I'm in another continent. I consider myself in another continent.
Even though it's the same.
It's not another continent, but I consider myself.
Oh, great. Anyways, so you know what? I was reading the other day. On benefits of taking a break, and there are actually many. Because, like, you know, these moments you get between two semesters, or where you're supposed to be refueling yourself for the next one. And I think people do not really appreciate that at times. When they get a break, they wasted on a lot of stuffs instead of focusing on what matters, especially when it comes to mental health. Because I think during this break, it allows you replenish kinda your mental energy and get ready for the next semester. What do you think?
I actually kind of agree because like I got to experience like two different universities because I was in like my old university. Basically, the break between the semesters was usually 2 weeks. Sometimes it's 1 week. So like it was mentally exhausting to go through, and it was also like 3 semesters for the year. So it was mentally exhausting to actually go through that. So imagine I went through that during my foundation year. So imagine like someone in degree like has to go through that like for 4 years. So it's really, really like, it's really exhausting. Compared to now I feel like it's so much better because like it's like huge breaks and like it's 1 month. So I get like the time to recover from like the stress from the final exam and maybe like more focus on myself, like mentally and physically. So I feel like getting a break is like really, really beneficial because like it helps you like in all of your aspects, you know.
Yeah, definitely. I don't understand why. Well, maybe to a certain extent, but why do people, even during breaks, when they don't really have to, they like to pursue their studies and continue with the usual workflow. I don't think that's a good idea because breaks are made for a reason, which is to recover from the stress, and you just bring on yourself other stresses and just making things worse for your mental health in general.
I never really understood it either. Like, how can you, after the whole stress of like final exams, and then you're like, oh, let's study. But the thing is, I think like some people are like used to it, and some people are like distracting themselves. They distract themselves by using like studying as a coping mechanism, even during the holidays.
Yes. I think it differs from people to people.
Yeah, it's different.
I think I used to do
What
that.
do you think?
I used to do that. Okay, so like during online, I used to like stress about like once I finish finals, I'm like, okay, I'm taking like 2 days break, and then I'm starting my studies from like at the beginning of the vacation, just to get ahead of all the of everyone else, so I can like have time to take a break during the semester, because I was so stressed about like GPAs and marks and A's and stuff, and it was so mentally exhausting. It was horrible. It wasn't like good to my brain. It was abusing. I don't know. It was very toxic.
Mental abuse?
Yes, it
Mental
was
abuse.
very bad. However, when I so I started going to these like I wanted to do something else other than studies, because at some point I felt like my whole life was only studies. Like there's no Mariam without like studying. Like I didn't have a life outside of uni
which is a wrong
subjects.
perception.
And I felt so bad about myself. So like one birthday, my dad have you guys taken graduate success attributes?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, so I like the talks. Like one of the talkers was for the thinking skills. It like stuck with me. So he was like a mechanical lecturer, and then he moved to NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming. And he was like, it's so similar to engineering, but like more towards the brain and more to. I don't really remember what he said, but then like only the like letters NLP stuck to me. And then I talked to my dad about it, and he was like, oh yeah, I took that, and it like helps you understand yourself more, and how your brain works and how your conscious works, and to make you more aware of what you do, so you can like be better somewhere, like healthier maybe.
Does it help?
So like he talked to his friend, and his friend turns out gives like these courses. And one birthday he gave me, like, my gift was first module of NLP.
Oh.
It was so nice.
That's really nice.
But like it was basically group therapy, and then my whole like topic, like they wanted a goal to start, because to change yourself, you need to have a goal to change, right? So my goal, because in my brain I didn't have anything other than studies, because I did nothing. I was like, I need to change my studying habits. All I do is study, and I don't do any, like, in my brain I only study and I don't really study, and it's affecting my grades, and my GPA is getting lower, and it was so bad. So yeah, it turns out I needed a break. Like what I learned from, so like there's 6 modules, and I took module number 1 and module 3, which is basically like timeline, where you put your life in like a line, like a timeline, and you, it's like a physical string in your brain, like that goes vertically, I don't know, like through your brain. And then what's in front of you is your future. What's in the length of the string that's inside you, inside your brain, is your present. And then the length of the string, is your past. Yeah. And then you will start to manipulate your string to help you in your daily life. So like if you want to stop thinking, you imagine yourself taking out the string and putting it in another room. If you want to like focus, I don't know. It was so nice, and it really helped if you like really focus. So that was module 3. Anyways, so like during module 1, I turns out I needed to like start accepting and be aware of what I do, and like stop blaming myself. And I found out that like I needed a break. It turned out to be like my break out of studies. So that was my first break, and it was so good because it was just a weekend. Like it was 2 weekends together, because they're working people taking the same thing. But then I felt like I went on vacation after that. It was so nice. And then after I came here, I realized, I still need breaks.
Yes, you do.
So I tried doing that during the long vacation, the 3 months. I did that. I tried to go to an island, Tioman, if you heard about it.
Yeah.
It was more of an experience than, like, my goal was to only de-stress and literally do nothing again. I did that. It was very good, but I think because it was like kind of my first time to really have the goal of de-stressing so I can recharge for my new semester, I didn't really focus on de-stressing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so it was more about the experience itself.
Yeah, but like I got practice of de-stressing, because you can't really like tell your brain to like, it's time to de-stress, so bam, your brain de-stresses.
Yeah,
it needs to go in like with stages.
If you just allow me, sometimes taking a break isn't really just stopping your work or stopping whatever you're doing in life. It's only just about changing your daily routine or trying a new experience.
For me, it's basically relaxing and de-stressing. To I overthink a lot.
Take off the mental load.
Yeah, like taking a break is basically stop thinking. And when I did it, like when I told my brain to stop thinking, it did not stop thinking. However, by practice,
that's the point.
It starts to decrease.
That's the point. So I was reading the other day. I was reading an article, and the guy was basically saying that when you take a break, it really amounts to, because you can't stop your brain from functioning. Okay, so your brain is always going to be working. So basically, it amounts to you diverting the cerebral activity of your brain to another activity, to another action that you want. So let's say if I'm used to study every day and study at certain times, I don't know, play sports on certain days, then at times I have to take my brain and say stop, do something else instead. It doesn't have to do nothing, because doing nothing is also doing something in a way.
Yes,
but you have to divert the activity to something else.
That makes so much sense.
Thank you.
Like telling myself to like stop is actually me putting energy into stopping.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I could put my energy into something else that's not academic. Anyway, so like I tried it again this semester. Mm-hmm. It partially worked. I like this semester I feel so ready. Like this semester, like beginning of the semester, I feel so ready for the semester. It's weird Like, I'm relaxed. I'm not prepared, but not stressing. I'm not over it. Like, I have so much to do, but I'm not stressing about it. And it feels so nice.
It's interesting considering I did the exact opposite and I still feel the same.
Maybe it's different people, different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Different brains
People
have
have different
It's
coping
different
mechanisms.
experiences.
So
yet
there is no one
still-
rule for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Everybody behaves differently.
I went into vacation like with the goal of like gaining experience and learning new things and not stressing out about results and also not thinking about academics at all. But the end result was actually kind of like surprising me because like considering I didn't do as well as last semester, but like going into this semester I feel so much refreshed. Like I used my break well. I feel like I used my break well. I got to enjoy it well. I got to learn new things well, to the point where I'm like, you know what? This is now the end of my break. Now I need to start on actually doing like actual hard work.
Great.
Yeah.
One thing that helped me out throughout the break was planning out the things that I was going to do. Although, as I said in the beginning, you don't necessarily have to achieve literally everything, but like try your best, your level best to achieve most of the stuff that you planned out. And I found out at the end of the break that I was feeling much better because I had that feeling of satisfaction, that feeling of fulfillment after you've done something great or something you wanted to do so bad, and that helps you, in your future aspects.
Yeah,
So,
it
like,
motivates you.
Right now, I come into this semester, so for your information, this is my last semester. And I feel super relaxed, I mean, there is a fear of the future and an excitement of the end of the semester because I know it's almost over. But I can safely say that I'm really, really relaxed as opposed to last semester, how I was feeling about going into the next.
How do you feel now that it's like your last semester? Are you like sad, excited, happy?
Honestly, I think it depends on the situation, but most of the time I'm pretty optimistic, pretty happy because it's 4 years. Not gonna lie, these 4 years have been one of the best 4 years in my life. Honestly, like by far, and I'm gonna remember it throughout my life, obviously. But then, like we say, optimistic about the future.
That's
Something
good.
better is coming
That's
up.
really good.
See?
I still want my 2 years of online back.
I'm
I'm not kidding. I want it's not 2 years, but I'll consider it 2 years because the first semester back was not nice. It was weird. So I want my 2 years back, and I'm not kidding. I feel like I'm missing on so much, but then I feel like my feeling of missing out on so much is affecting what I can experience now in a weird way. Do you know what I mean?
Actually, I kind of relate to that because like during my first year, it was also online and I didn't know anyone. I didn't have any experiences. I didn't, join events. I wasn't like fully active, like a fully active university student.
Outgoing.
Yeah. So it was like, I feel like I wasted my first year. Like just, I was just like passing time by. So now I feel like so much stress because like, next year internships are going to come up and like, like I haven't done anything. There's nothing to put on my CV.
Same.
Oh, we've all been through that.
Oh, God.
I think you're gonna get past that. But one advice I would give you, so me being a fourth year student, you being a second year student, I'm gonna give you one advice. So this advice is do not miss out on whatever events that happen that are related to studies or gaining experience in general. Especially the career fairs. They're really, really, really interesting and really important because you go into them, you don't know what to expect exactly, but then you come out with a much clearer idea of what you're expected to do in your career life, and it eases a lot of things, and even the networking opportunities that you get with those career fairs are going to help you a lot. That's besides the activities that are organized in the university. So another advice is to try your best to take part in the different activities that are in university, because uni is only 4 years long, okay? So make the most out of it.
But then I feel like I only have 1.5 years left, and it's so sad.
It's so sad, but like...
And then, like, every time I want to join something, I feel like I'm too old yearly. like not by age, but
Oh,
like
I know that
fine.
feeling.
too
I know that
academically
feeling.
old. And then
It's really annoying.
So I wanted to join one robotics club, right? I got to the interview part, and then when they interviewed me, they were like, "You're a third year, right?" I was like, "Yes." And then they were like, won't that affect your studies?" They made me feel old. Like what am I doing joining a club while I'm supposed to like search for a future? I don't know. That was my brain, and I was so sad last semester because of that, because I like doing extracurricular activities more than studies now. But then I was like, whatever, I can do whatever I want. And I met people that are like in fourth year and they just joined a club, and it's fine.
It's totally
Thing
fine.
is-
So
Thing is,
yeah.
when I like I have Malaysian friends now, right? And like it feels like we're entering, like I'm entering this semester, and like it feels like we're learning things, but yet they're not learning new things because they already learned this and during their first year and second year by joining clubs like Robocon and Jazari. So for me, I feel like because I didn't join any clubs at all, it just feels like I'm behind. That's why it puts stress on the semester that you're in, and it feels like you
it's
have
like a
to
burden,
join.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like you haven't accomplished anything,
exactly.
while others are way ahead of you.
Yes.
It's a really annoying feeling.
Yeah, and I'm like, when did you guys join this? Because the people that were interviewing me were from my batch. So, oh my god, it was so bad. Because they were like, they reached after, so like in this club, you do an internship, then you do like a trainee, then you become one of the committee members or something. So they were one of the committee members. So why didn't I know about this club online? It was horrible. Like all my brain would think was, what if I joined it online? I would have been a better, like Robocon, because
Oh my
everyone
God.
said Robocon was easy during online. Yes, like the competition wasn't that the worst thing.
That's actually one of the reasons I would definitely go back to the 2 years of online, not because of what I did, but because of what I missed.
Yes.
I think I could have accomplished much more with what was available at the time. But then, you have to move on and focus
Forgive
on your
and
future.
forget.
Exactly.
And
There you
move
go.
on to new.
Life goes on anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. There
Yeah.
you go. So, I wanted to ask you guys, what are your resolutions for this semester? Now that you feel much better.
Okay, so first off, I still want to join as many activities as I can, and I don't want to think of myself as old academically.
Hopefully.
I want to increase my skills for the internship because I found out they need things that we didn't take, and nobody said anything about it. And now I'm being asked, so now I need to like learn stuff. But then I feel like it's too late. But then
It's never too
that's
late.
evil Mariam,
Yeah,
because I
that's-
have
it's
evil
never too
Mariam
late.
and nice Mariam. So nice Mariam says nothing's too late. Anyways, and I want to start studying after, like chapter by chapter. I don't want to do bulk studying again. Like I'll definitely do bulk studying because that's my extreme. Like not like being extreme on both ways. Like
But strive your best not
yes,
to.
I want to try to decrease the amount of the bulk
Workload.
I'm going to study by like test 1 and test 2 and the finals. Like I want to study, I don't know, to be better. Not better, but like
Working on yourself.
yeah.
basically.
The easiest way to do that is to learn everything on the.
Yes.
So like
you
when it
go
comes to
home
classes,
and then
like don't ever procrastinate. I know we all do it to a certain extent, but try your best not to.
I'm working on my
Because you're gonna pay the
procrastination.
price. Because you're gonna pay the price when tests come.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
believe me, it's not a. It's a really bad feeling.
We know.
Also, there's
We did
nothing.
it.
There's nothing called we're gonna do it in the finals. That is something I had to learn last semester.
That's a myth. That's a myth.
It is a myth.
Whatever. It's okay. Forgive, forget.
Yes.
Bad energy, move.
For me, okay, my dad gave me a new planner, so I got motivated because like I'm like more of like an OCD person. Actually, I don't know. I actually don't know yet. Like I don't know. I like to plan things, yet at the same time I like things to go with the flow. But I don't know. I like last semester I was like, let's start, letting things go with the flow, and that did not work well. So this semester I'm planning every bit by bit, Like, so I'm like getting like I'm getting a planner, I'm getting a to-do list, I'm starting like every day, because for me I feel like satisfied when I get like a to-do list and like just check it out, and like you just feel productive, you know, when you check out
Much more.
Yeah.
And it helps you visualize the kind of things you have to do during the day.
Yes.
So one thing that helps is reminders, and also planning out, like if you have a table, you know, so you see those timetables for your classes during the day, so you can make the exact same one with adding the subjects that you have, and you can extend the time. So I don't know, the timetable, if I'm not mistaken, is from 8 to 5, so like extend it to 10 and add your activities. Now there is one thing, when people make a timetable, they often fail to keep up with it after a few days or a few weeks.
Just the first day.
Yeah, but what I learned when I was doing my timetable, so there was a guy who was saying, so I was watching a video, the guy basically said, start with the things you like. So when you plan out, when you make a timetable, start with the things you like, and then add the things you don't like, so that your timetable is revolving around the things you like. Therefore you'll be willing to do it, but at the same time you're going to accomplish and do the things you don't like simply because it's on the timetable.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
That's actually really true.
Yeah, so that you wake up and you know exactly what to do during the day. You
Yeah.
don't have to do them all, but at least there is no this time when you don't know what to do, be like, oh, I have nothing to do. No, you do have something to do.
Yeah.
Check out your timetable and you're going to find out.
There is always something to do every day.
You've been
Definitely.
telling me this for like
I've been telling this.
3 years. But now I'm convinced, so I want to try it. Yeah. So
Thing is, I tend to overestimate myself with the task, because like last semester
Don't.
oh my god.
I had a lot
She
of
has
tasks.
a
Now
to-do
let me tell you
list.
something else. Let me tell you something else, since we're on the topic. So when you make out your timetable, do not fill everything. Do not fill all the gaps. Don't be like, oh, at every single second I have to do something. No.
Yeah, there's obviously I have to take a break.
So like give yourself 3 hours of nothingness during the day, just to improvise, in case, I don't know, a friend invites you over to his house, or you want to go out do something, or something comes up. At least, I mean, it's not going to take so much from your time. And if it comes up as at a time when you were supposed to do something, you can always delay it to that gap of nothingness, because you already planned to do nothing at that time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
That's
nice.
actually really good advice.
Yes. I am now convinced.
Yeah,
I
same.
feel like repetition works with me, because for 3 years.
I think you have to learn the hard way.
Yes, also.
You gotta try it by yourself, though.
Yeah, you gotta try.
Try it out and let me know.
Cool.
What are your resolutions for this semester?
My resolutions for this semester's, so basically I want to catch up on everything that I missed throughout the 4 years. So
Oh my
I
God.
swore to myself to participate in every club that I can.
Yes.
I'm currently involved in like 4 clubs. That's like besides ISA Central and all that.
You're in ISA Central?
Yeah, and I'm in 2 committees in ISA Central. So I'm literally bulking into every single activity that I can, just to enjoy uni, you know, because like it's my last semester. I kind of don't have a lot of things to learn. Most of the things are already learned anyway. And also I'll try to put in my time and effort for this podcast, obviously, and to plan out the future, because obviously it's going to be the end of bachelor's degree, so now you have to think about doing your master's or your work afterwards.
Do you have a plan?
I do. So I have an idea. I have an ideal plan, and I have the B plan and the C plan. Okay. The ideal plan would be to work and study your masters at the same time. That would be like perfect.
Or you're planning to do master?
I'd like to. I mean, why not? It definitely gives you an advantage over people in the same major.
Yeah.
The B plan is to just study. Only study, you know, because I
What's
want to
the
finish
C
my
plan?
master's. The thing is, a lot of people say that if you when you graduate from your bachelor's, if you do not do your master's and you start working, it's gonna,
you'll never go back.
It's gonna be hard to go back to your studies, because that's it. I mean, you're getting money and you're moving on with your career. Why would you go back to uni?
Mentally.
You know, mentally, it's
Yeah.
very discomforting.
It
It'll be
depends on the
hard.
person.
It
Depends
really
on the
depends
person.
on your will as well. Yeah.
Good point.
So there you have it. So thanks a lot, guys. I think this was a very, very fruitful episode. As opposed to the previous ones, this one was very calm and more of a serious tone. Don't worry, guys, we got you covered. Next
I think we're
episodes-
getting used to it.
Next
The first two
episode-
episodes were weird. Like
the first episodes.
they weren't weird. They were like we're new to this.
Trial.
Yeah.
But now I feel like a matured person in this podcast for some reason. It's only
Is
the
it
third one.
because it's after the break?
Probably.
It could be.
That's probably one of the good consequences of taking a break. I don't regret anything, honestly.
No regrets with an A. Yes. I do not regret something.
Anyways, guys, so just to let you know, next episodes will be very, very interesting.
Inshallah.
So we have big surprises actually coming up.
Inshallah.
So inshallah.
Drum roll.
So make sure to follow the Castronics on all the platforms, and see you on the next one. Assalamu alaikum.
Bye.
Walaikum
Walaikum salam.
Bye.